Yo, what's up people? It's your boy Bimu here and we're back with a new battle. Alright, so there's an interesting story behind this battle and let's just get through it. So basically I got sick of competitive. It got really boring because I tried to ladder and I just really cared about winning and it wasn't fun anymore, you know? I was just playing to win and it's not fun when you just try to win because it gets frustrating when you lose or when things go badly. So I decided to take a break from competitive and actually just play the old games. I decided to play Black 2 again, and for Gen 5 has one of the best starter selection choice ever because all the starters in Gen 5 are awesome. But my favorite has to be Emboar. Emboar is so sick, and I was playing Black 2 and I have my Emboar, and it's just so goddamn good. So I decided to actually build a team around it. I really wanted to play with it online, so I decided to take a break from my break from competitive and go back and just play with Emboar online for a little bit, just for fun, not for winning, not for laddering, not for anything. And as I was building this team, I had in my mind that this is gonna be a gimmicky team. You know, like Emboar, you don't see Emboar that much in OU for good reason. His speed is low, his defenses are low, and overall I would say there are much better choices you can use. But I was wrong. This thing is a beast. This thing is good as hell. I can't even I can't find words to describe how good this thing is. But you'll see why, because this thing had a huge buff in Gen 6. Not stats wise, but I would say move wise. And I'm not gonna spoil it. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. But I assume most of you don't, because Emboar is not that commonly used anymore. But it's so good. And I'll actually play a clip of Emboar crushing a Latios. But anyway, let's get into the battle. Actually, let's talk about teams first before we do that. So I'm running a choice band stat on my Emboar with max HP and max attack. For my Latios, it's a life orb Latios, just standard. Sticky Web Galvantula, it's really good with Emboar because the Sticky Web support really helps with the Emboar speed issue, so it makes us outspeed some things. Mega Scizor with Defog, just takes the other Sticky Web away, because Sticky Web is really annoying in Gen 6. Also for other hazards, because hazards are annoying in general. Suicune and Landorus both are my walls, and they work really well together. Suicune takes all the water. Basically, Suicune covers all of Landorus's weakness, or at least most of them, while Landorus kind of does the same in some sense, but not really. But yeah, they work well together. So for my opponent's team, the Medicham is gonna be annoying if I don't just kill it. But it's probably Mega Medicham, I assume, because why would he run Medicham if it's not the Mega Evolution? Rotom-Wash, pretty standard. Probably the Chester Resto one. Scizor, pretty standard. Gengar, pretty standard. Greninja, pretty standard, and Mandibuzz. So it's a pretty standard team. Anyway, let's just get into the battle. So I'm gonna lead off with my Galvantula as he leads off with Rotom-Wash, and I play really stupid with my Galvantula. I don't have no idea what happened to me, but I just go full dumb mode, and I put the Sticky Web up, even though he has a Mandibuzz right there just waiting to defog the hell out of it. And not only do I do that, but I decide to stay in and keep going for Thunder and fodder my Galvantula off. Really stupid move on my part. I have no idea why I did that, but whatever. After my Galvantula dies, I play a bit smarter, kinda. But I send in my Latios because I know a Draco Meter should kill this thing, but it does not. Leaves it with 1%. But luckily for me, it does not go for the Thunder Wave, which Rotom is carrying these days for some reason. It's really pissing me off. But he ends up going for the Volt Switch and Volt Switch into his Mandibuzz, and I can't really touch that thing. So I'm gonna switch to my Landorus just in case he wants to go for the knockoff. But he ends up going for the Defog and taking away the Sticky Web. So basically, I just wasted my Galvantula. But I predicted switch. I'm gonna go for the rocks, and since I have speed the road, I'm gonna go for the U-turn and knock it out. Also, that gives me an opportunity to switch into my Scizor and Mega Evolve to get that extra bulk that Mega Scizor has. But he's gonna send his Mandibuzz one more time just to defog the rocks as I Mega Evolve and proceed to go for the U-turn. And I thought the U-turn would do a decent amount of damage, but that does nothing. Kind of disappointed, to be honest, but I'll send in my Latios because Draco Meter should do a decent amount of damage to the Mandibuzz. But he actually predicts that and goes for the Scizor. I honestly thought that he would not do that because it's too obvious, so I thought he might predict me to to go for the hate and power fire, but it was overall he played it safe, which was a good move on his part. But he's gonna end up pursuit driving me and killing me with a pursuit, as I send in my Emboar to revenge kill it, but he ends up switching out into his Medicham, and that just gets destroyed. Look, man, when Emboar sets foot into battle, something dies. Don't even try to quit. He just breaks walls. But yeah, he's gonna send his Greninja. I don't want to take the Surf, so I'm gonna switch to my Suicune to take it. And he reveals a really interesting move on his Greninja, which is the goddamn Grass Knot. This man has Grass Knot on his Greninja, and honestly, this is I have to praise him for that, because that's a pretty good move on my opponent's part, because I've been seeing a lot of Suicunes lately, so that is pretty good, honestly. So yeah, I have to give my opponent that. But that gives me a switch to my Scizor, and since he is Life Orbed, I can just Roost and Life Orb stall him till he dies. But I decided to U-turn because I thought he would not stay in. But I'm gonna send in my Emboar on his Scizor as he goes for the Bullet Punch, and I'm just gonna Flare Blitz the crap out of this thing. So now he only has his Gengar, Greninja, and Mandibuzz left, and the most annoying Pokemon is Mandibuzz, because once Mandibuzz falls, I'll be able to just take out the rest of his Pokemon with Emboar's new gained ability in Gen 6. It's not ability, it's a move. But anyway, I decided to Life Orb stall him, and here he goes for the Ice Beam. I think baiting me to go for the Bullet Punch so he can switch out his Mandibuzz and get not a free switch, but because like Bullet Punch is not gonna do a lot to the Mandibuzz. So I think he was baiting me to go for it, but I just go for the Roost, because why would I do that? And here I'm gonna U-turn into my Emboar, and now this is a huge risk, because from this range there's I think 10% chance that I failed to kill this thing, but luckily for me, Emboar just pulled through, and I live with 5 HP after the recall damage, and it's pretty much a good game, because Emboar's new move that he learns in Gen 6 is a Sucker Punch. If you guys did not know that, Emboar actually gets Sucker Punch this generation in Gen 6. I don't know what his male or dad has to be so he can get Sucker Punch, but he can learn Sucker Punch through breeding this generation, and that's just a huge buff, because now we can take on threats like Gengar, weakened Greninja in that case, and yeah, pretty much he's now a beast. That's what I'm trying to say here. He's been a beast, he's always gonna be a beast, and now he's even more of a beast. So yeah, if you guys learned anything from this battle, it is that Emboar learns Sucker Punch now, and use the Pokemon you like. Honestly, if you do what I did and just try to ladder or play for winning, it's not gonna be as fun as you think. But yeah, just use the Pokemon you like. Enjoy yourself instead of trying to win all the time. And yeah, so I'll just end here because it's getting really cheesy. But please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.